meet around now. So I just started recording so we can share, and I'll mute myself.
Okay. All right, so I've got 3 different kinds of paper airplanes that I'll show you guys today. The first one is pretty simple. You've probably done it before. So I'm just going to tip my screen here so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I've got an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper here. I'm going to fold it from the short side to the short side. So I'm folding it in half. I guess you could say a long way. So from one short side to the other short side, got it folded in half like that. Okay. Then I'll open it up, lay it in front of me. I'm going to start with the top corner right here. I'm just going to pull it in, and I'm going to line up this line right here with my fold, the crease that you can see. And then I'll just slide my finger down that, trying to make sure that you do it as kind of precisely and carefully as you can. Often helps make a better airplane. So then I usually spin it around. Same with the other side. You can match it up in the same spot. Lining it up along that crease. Press down. Get it nice and tight. Okay, so it should look like this. All right, so then I'm going to kind of do that again. So I'm going to grab right here, and I'm going to line up along that crease again. Press. Nice and tight. So it'll look like that. Okay, I'll do the other side, same thing. Line it up along the crease and press. So now you should have this. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it together. So I've got my, you can kind of see a line here where your pieces come together. I'm going to fold it into that. Kind of straighten it out a little bit. You might need to press your creases again to get it nice and tight. So now I have this. Okay. Then what I do is I just take this edge right here. I fold it up, and I line it up with the bottom. Press and crease.
Miss Streinz?
Yes.
I'm just going to interrupt for one quick second because I see that Riley in the chat box has said he joined 2 minutes late, so he doesn't have anything, and another student just joined. So maybe we could back up just for a sec. Would it be possible to kind of show how you did that quickly again?
Yeah, so kind of start at the beginning again?
If you don't mind, I guess, just to help catch those. Oh, and I have one more student coming in right now. Sorry,
okay, sounds good.
I waited a couple more minutes. So for those of you who just entered, I just asked Ms. Streinz if she could just review what she just did. She's doing 3 paper airplanes and just started with 1, but it's going to review so anyone who missed can catch up. All you need is just regular paper, like regular copy paper.
Yep, so I've got an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper here. Okay, I'm going to tilt my screen so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to fold it the short way, so from one short side to the other short side. Crease it. Okay, so you'll have this. Then I'm going to open it up. That looks like a book. I take this corner right here, and I come down and match it along where you can see the crease. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Take the upper corner, go down, and match it. So now I have this. Okay, then I'm going to take right here, and I'm going to bring it over, match it along the crease, and press so it's nice and firm. Okay. I'll do the same with the other side. Match it right up there in the middle. now I have this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is at this center here, I'm gonna fold it together. I'll have to probably lay it down, kind of press it out again. Sometimes it can get a little bumpy after all the folding. Okay, so now I have it like this. I'm going to take this upper part here.
So this is where we left off. I'm just jumping in. This is where we left off for everyone who was already.
Yes. So I'm gonna fold it down. I'm going to match it with the bottom. So I'm just creating the wing. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Press it nice and firm. Then you can open it up. And you've got your paper airplane. Everybody get it? Nice. So what I like to do, and it's just optional, I'll often take a stapler and just staple it, just holds it together. Sometimes I find a little bit of that weight even helps it fly a little better. So that's just optional. So there's paper airplane number 1. All right, give me a thumbs up if you're ready for airplane number 2. You good? Ready for airplane number 2? All right. So I have another piece of paper. Okay. This time I'm going to fold it the long way. So I'm going to fold from one long side to the other long side. Again, try to get it as precise as you can. That seems to help when you're folding later. Okay, so now I've got a long skinny rectangle. I'll open it up. And we're going to kind of start the same way we did the other one. So I'm going to take one corner. I'm going to slide down. I'm going to line it up right along my crease. Take the other corner, come down, line it up right with the crease. Okay, so now I have this. Yep, looks good, Trevor.
Yeah, I was gonna just make sure you saw that from Trevor.
So now I take it, I've got it like this. I'm gonna take this top point here and I'm gonna bring it down towards the bottom, keeping my point lined up in my crease. Like this, it'll be about an inch, inch and a half up from the bottom of your paper. Okay, so I'm gonna crease along the top, look kind of like this, kind of like an envelope. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna take this corner right here, top of my envelope, and I'm gonna bring it over, and I'm gonna line it up with that center crease. So it's kind of like the first step in that way. Crease it, so I have this now. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna take this top corner, I'm gonna bring it down and line it up with the crease. And press. So I have this. You see kind of a triangle up here. You'll see like a little triangle down here. And then the rest is a rectangular square. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little triangle that you can see right here. Okay, it's kind of hanging off the bottom. And I'm going to fold it up over. So it kind of holds everything together there, like that. So it's just folded up on top of the rest of it. Oops. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna fold it. This part's a little tricky. You kind of have to hold this triangle down a little bit, and you're gonna fold it back so that you see this triangle on the outside.
Just a sec. Sorry, Ms. Streinz, I see that Tamara has a question because hers didn't quite have that little triangle, so maybe she needs a little backtracking.
So I'm guessing, Tamara, you probably, when you were at this stage, can you see this? You probably need to fold this down farther. Okay, so make the flap on your envelope go down a little bit farther.
Okay. So what?
Try that.
So I think you go like this. Yeah, Kyle's got it. Oh.
Did that help? Yep, looks like you got it now. Okay, so you're gonna fold it to the outside. So I have my triangle facing out. I'm just gonna fold it in like that. So now I have this. You can kind of see half that little triangle at the bottom. You're probably gonna have to kind of lay it down and press it out again because it does kind of get off a little bit when you do that. Okay, so now I have this shape. I'm going to take the top here, okay, and I'm gonna make this line match with the bottom. So it is a little bit tricky because you've got a lot of paper in here at this point. Just kind of take your time, get it nice and exact as much as you can, and then press down and make the fold nice and firm. Okay, so I have my wing folded down there. I'm gonna turn it over and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take the top and match it with the bottom. Okay, press down and get your fold nice and firm. Okay. So it should look like this once you've done that. You can open it up and there's your airplane. Okay, again, you can stick a staple in it, kind of hold it together, or if you want, you can put like piece of tape over the top if you want it to stay together. Did we make it? I'm trying to see.
My son is already trying it around our living room, and he immediately said, "Wow, that works well." Yes, we're gonna have flying competitions with these after.
You'll have to take like all 3 of them outside once you're finished, see which one falls apart.
Right, for sure. It's a good day for that too. It's not raining. And one student just joined us, and the student Cheyenne who just joined us, we have just finished 2, but Ms. Streinz is going to do 1 more, and I'm recording this so you can go back and watch to learn how to make the first 2. All right, back over to you, Ms. Streinz.
All right, we ready for number 3? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Awesome. All right, so I have my paper in front of me. This one is going to be like the first one. I'm going to fold it short way, so short side to short side. Okay, press. So your fold is nice and crisp. Okay, so I got a rectangle. Going to open it up. Okay, now this one gets a little bit different. So I'm going to take this top corner, and it's going to kind of go down here towards, it's about 1.5 inches below the top.
Trevor has a question. Short to short? Trevor, you're wondering?
Short to short, yes.
Yeah.
Short side to short side, so it's kind of like a book. All right, so you're going to take, gotta get my computer in the right spot here, this corner, okay, and it's going to fold down to right around the middle instead of lining up down here, okay? So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to get this corner down here. You're trying to split it right in half. So you want the fold to go right up the middle of that corner. It doesn't have to be exact. It's okay if it's not, but that's kind of the goal. So once you get that lined up, you can press and fold. So it'll look kind of like this. Can you see that? Okay, so I've got my corners coming to the center fold, and it goes down and almost splits that corner in half. Mine wasn't quite exact. You can see there's a little bit of a straight spot there, but that's okay. Okay, so you'll do the same thing on the other side. This one's a little easier because all you have to do is match it up with that point. So take your point over here.
Trevor had a question, maybe just about how to do that, I guess. I don't know if you can share more, maybe.
So I'm going to open it back up again. Okay, so I have my book in front of me. You got that, Trevor? Looks like this. Okay, so you're going to take this corner. Okay, and you're going to move it towards the middle. It'll end up being about 1.5 inches below. So if this is my top, okay, it's going to be about 1.5 inches under that on the middle crease. Okay, so the point's going to go right towards the middle, right on that middle crease, and it's just going to get folded down through the bottom corner. Did you get it? Yes, perfect. Awesome. So you're just going to do the same thing on the other side. It's a little bit easier because all you have to do is take this corner and line it up with this corner right here. Okay, so I'm just going to take it over, line it up, try to get it as exact as you can, and then I'll just go down and press through. Okay, so now I have two, and they look like this. All right, we all good with this part? Awesome.
Trevor, are you good? Because I did see you had one more thing. You good?
Yay.
Okay. Woohoo.
Okay, so I'm gonna lay it down, and I'm gonna make it so that this side, so you kind of have a short side, you'll notice, and a longer side. I'm gonna make the short side face me when I lay it down on my table. That seems to be a little bit easier. And I'm gonna pick up this straight side here, and I'm gonna fold it over about 1/4 inch. Okay, careful to line up. You'll see your center crease. Line it up with your center crease. Okay, so it's just a straight fold right over. Okay, it is important that you try to keep this center crease, you'll see it lined up with this center crease, because if you get to the bottom and you're not, it'll be like really lopsided. So try to keep that lined up as best you can. Okay, so that's one fold. I'm gonna do it again right over the top. 2 folds. Okay. I just did it again over the top. You'll see I'm getting a little bit closer towards the bottom. Okay, do it again. Keep that crease lined up. 3. Do it again. Keep your crease lined up. 4. Do it again. 5. Your edges might start getting a little bit bubbly. That's okay. Okay, let's do it again. 6. Okay, it'll look something like this. Awesome. So now my edges kind of got a little bit bubbly when I folded it, so I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm just going to kind of press them out and make it so the creases are flat.
So that was 6 total folds over, correct?
6 total folds over.
Okay, just making sure.
And now I'm just kind of flattening it out with my fingers. Okay. So I'm going to fold it. You have your middle crease here when you folded it in half before. So you're just going to fold it in half together again on that crease. Okay, you might have to kind of wiggle it around. Sometimes when you did all those folds, they got off a little bit. So I'm just gonna lay it down, press it out, make sure it's nice and flat. Okay. Then I'm gonna take the top here. Okay, I'm gonna fold it over, leave about an inch at the bottom. I'm gonna fold it over like this. Okay, it's a little bit tough because you got 6 layers of paper there. It doesn't really want to fold, so you're just gonna have to kind of wiggle it around and then press it out nice and hard. Okay, so I've done that. Looks kind of like this right now. Okay, I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna do the same on the other side, just matching up the fold the best I can. It is a little tough because there's a lot of paper folded in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna match it up, fold it, increase it. Okay, so I kind of have this right now. And I'm gonna take my edge. So this is the edge of my wing here, right here. So
Trevor's asking if you could show again, maybe kind of reverse a little bit, or back up a little bit, I should say, and just that last part, I think.
So right here, are we right here, Trevor? Have you gotten this? Okay, so you're right here. Okay, so you see your center crease here? Okay, I want you to just fold it back together on that. Perfect. Now, you're gonna take it, and you're making the wings now. Okay, so you're gonna take the top where the 2 pieces come together, and you're gonna fold it down. Okay, just like that. Press it out. It's a little tough where it's all rolled up in the front. Just kind of get it as smooth as you can. Okay, so I've got one side folded down. And then I just turned it over and I folded the other side down. Okay, so I matched it along the same line. So it looks something like this. Yes, looks good. Okay, so I'm leaving mine folded together. I haven't unfolded it yet. And I'm just gonna take the edge here. Whoops. Okay, so I have it like this. Here's where my 2 pieces are. Okay, where it kind of comes together here is down here. So I'm gonna take the top part here, and I'm just gonna fold it up along the side. Kind of like this. Okay, so I just folded a little flap here. Okay, and then I'll do the same on the other side. So I just turn it over.
A question.
Yes.
So I'm gonna hold mine up before we do that next part. We do have this flat part.
Yes.
Is it supposed to be on the outside like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that's on the outside.
Gotcha.
And then you're just gonna take that corner there and fold that up so you kind of have 2 little flaps here. Okay, once you got that, you can open it up, stand your flaps up, and there's your plane. When I first made this one, I was like, wait, how's that gonna fly? Because it's kind of square, but it actually flies pretty well, so it's kind of cool.
And is it good to staple this one too?
Yep, I usually do, just kind of hold them together. You don't have to. But
She stapled them all.
All right. Does anyone have questions or need any review on any parts? And like I said, I am recording this, so if you want to make more of these or need to review them again, I will be sharing the video. Tamara's asking how you did the last part, Ms. Streinz.
So like the wingtips, Tamara? Like this part here? Okay, so you're right there. Let me take my staple out so I can get back to that. Okay. You're here, right, Tamara? this what yours looks like? Okay, so you're gonna take it and you're gonna make wings, kind of like we did on the other ones. So you'll see I kind of have a crease here because I've already folded it. That's about where you're gonna fold it. So you're just gonna take the top part, you're gonna fold it down. Okay, so it'll leave about an inch here at the bottom where you folded it over. Okay, so it's looks kind of flat now, and you're gonna just flip it over, and you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now you should have something that looks like this. Did you get it?
Oh. Hi, Mrs. Plant. Mrs. Plant just joined us.
Sorry I'm late.
Well, and we just finished the third of 3 paper airplanes.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I did record this.
Wait, her screen is frozen.
Oh,
Perfect.
my son thinks your screen is frozen, Miss Plant, but I think that's a picture of you, correct?
Yes, it is. Well, see, I didn't do my hair today, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it right there.
That's a good idea because I didn't do my hair either.
Uh,
Looks like Riley saying hi to you, Miss Plant, in the chat box. I don't know if you see that.
I do. Really nice to see you guys.
Does anyone have questions for Ms. Streinz? Any more questions, or did everyone kind of get it? My kids are flying them all over our living room. I'm telling them to go outside, but
Perfect.
with
Yeah, see which one goes farthest.
Haven't you?
Well, unless anyone has any more questions, I'm going to say a very big thank you to Ms. Streinz. I'm glad we did. Really, actually glad we did it today because it is sunny, so there is the possibility. To do it outside. But it looks like Tamara still has a little bit of a question on that last part.
Okay. Tamara, do you want to unmute and tell me just what you're having a hard time with?
Yeah, I'm just plain on stuck on this. I can't figure out which way to fold it.
Okay, so you're right here. Okay, is this where you are? Oops, mine's still kind of folded. So you're just gonna take see how it splits in 2 here, right? Here says that. So you're gonna take one of them, okay? And you're gonna fold it down until there's only about an inch left at the bottom. Did you get that? Yeah, it looks good. And then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so just line it right up and you're gonna fold it down. There you go. So now all you need to do is you're gonna take the edges of your wings right here and you're just gonna fold it up like that. Okay, And then same thing on the other side. Awesome. I think so. So then can you unfold it? Stand your wings up a little bit. You've got the part down here where you pinch. There you go. Awesome.
My son wants to show you how he's kind of nested all 3 planes.
Oh, cool.
And then I threw them and they all stayed together.
Sweet.
I copied him and I threw them, but only one fell off.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I see Miss JC's dog and Melanie's dog.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite parts of all these Zooms, is seeing everyone's pets since we don't have any.
He's so confused by all the voices. He's trying to see everybody.
Thanks again, Ms. Streinz.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And again, anyone who's still trying to figure out details or folding for any of these, I'll post that or share that video soon. But
Perfect.
Cool and very colorful airplanes.
Yeah.
Well, unless anyone has any other questions or comments before we sign off, I'll go ahead and end this meeting to let everyone get to their plane flying and math and reading and such too.
All that good stuff.
Yes. All right. Looks like Trevor, you need the video. Well, that's good that we recorded it then. All right, guys. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Somebody asked you something.